Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namaha Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravan Vicharini Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तविंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा. So we are discussing the 7th chapter of the Canto Bhagavatam. This is about Bharat Maharaj, is activities of King Bharata. So we are discussing the emperor who named the world, that is, previously it was Ajnava Varsha, and then later on it became Bharata Varsha based on his activities. So he was so famous, and the demigods used to call her, hey, oh, that is the place where Bharata used to live, like that. So it became Bharata Varsha. And then we saw that King Bharata's lineage, so he had this dynasty. So we'll come to this part, what are they compared to. Before that, we'll just go to the Prabhupada's purport. We'll do revision for this part. And just as false ego creates a subtle sense objects, Maharaj Bharata created 5 sons in the womb of Panchajani, his wife. These sons were Smriti, Rish, and so these are the names of the sons. So this is actually here. Okay, we'll just see this nice image. So this is false ego and material energy. When false ego combines with material energy, it creates subtle sense objects. So false ego creates a subtle sense object Maharaj created. So when it comes, we hear in the beginning of creation how the creation started. When false ego is interacting with Tamoguna and Rajoguna and Sattoguna, different. Of course, in Sattoguna is actually the material energy, Chitta, and that's why we get the subtle sense objects. So in this way, so the 5 subtle sense objects, and he affectionately ruled as affectionately as his father and grandfather, and kept citizens engaged in their respective duties. So this was our discussion previously also, and he was very perfectly ruled while engaged in his own duties. And what are the things he did? He did Agnihotra, and he was performing different types of yajnas. So Soma Yajna, Pashu Yajna, and Chaturmasya, Darsha, and Paurnamasa. So which are strictly adherent to Chaturhotra regulations. So these are the fire sacrifice, and something related to Pashu is this Gomeda and Ashwamedha, and Chaturmasya, it is actually based on the seasons they were performed, and Soma Yajna is beverages are offered, and Darsha Paurnamasa is according to the moon's position they were performing. So different types of yajnas were performed according to the strict rules. So, and he also understood that the different parts of the demigods are different part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. So that was his understanding. So Indra are the arms, Surya are the eyes, and Vasudeva is the source. So Bharata understood that demigods are simply limbs of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. By seeing all offerings as going to Vasudeva, he was freed from attachment, lust and greed. So we have discussed here the signs of yajna. So three views of absolute. Yogis they see as Paramatma, and some are worshippers of impersonal Brahman, but and the devotees here Bharata Maharaj worshipped Vasudeva, the Supreme Lord, decorating with the Srivatsamar, Kaustubha, jubilant flower garland. So Bharata had a very clear understanding that Lord is Supreme Person, and he enjoyed. So now we'll come to the purpose, what Prabhupada is trying to help us understand. So here we discussed very elaborately about the signs of sacrifice, where the seed of karma, if it is placed in ajnana, it fructifies. If it is placed in fire of knowledge, there is no karma. So any action which we are doing consciously, knowing about the Supreme Lord, just being conscious of the Supreme Lord is only no karma. But if we are putting more consciousness and a person feeling as a person and doing, with the help of Guru, he is helping us develop consciousness, then there is a purification of heart also, we gain knowledge. So this is actually 4.30 shloka of Bhagavad Gita, Yajna Sishta Amrita Buddha. So, Yanti Brahma Sanatanam. So you get three things. You can be happy in this world. After this, you will be free from karma, and then after this life, you can go to the higher destination. The three benefits you get in when we are doing this action in when we are doing yajna. So this is actually what Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita. So the three benefits which we get. So I forgot to write this one part. I'll just mention. So the any action we are doing as yajna, and we should do yajna artha karma anyatra lokoyam. If you are not doing, it will be karma bandhana. If you are doing, you are free. So to be free, the benefits are also nicely mentioned. So I'll write the benefits here for you. So first benefit is we become happy. That means presently in this situation, we are free from karma. Here, happy means we get material opulence. Get material opulence. If we are doing yajna. And then we get higher destination. So this is actually what Krishna promises in Bhagavad Gita 4.30. So this is the science behind yajna. Why we have to do our activities as an yajna. And anybody who does his activity of yajna, there is no karma. So yajnartha karmano anyatra lokoyam karma. If you do your activity as yajna, there is no karma bandhana. Where is the question of where is the question of karma only? Because we are doing for our selfish need, that's why we have karma. So when we are doing for Lord, there is no karma. And when person comes to Krishna consciousness, he is doing all activities for Krishna. So there should not be any karma. And then we discussed about Lord Shiva's position. How Shiva is the energy part of the Lord who touches this material nature and activates it. And then we discussed that Maharaj Bharata was completely uncontaminated. Because why is it not contaminated? Because his heart got purified. So we discussed that our happiness is proportionate to the purity of our heart. Even little violence we are doing in the heart. What are the violence? We think ill of others, hear ill of others. So these are all violence only. Speak, hear, and we are thinking ill of others. So all these things are actually violence, like that. And now we will take the text 8. Destiny fixed the time for Maharaj Bharata's enjoyment of material opulence at 1000 times 10,000 years. This period was finished. He retired from his family life and divided the wealth he had received from his forefathers among his sons. He left his parental home, the reservoir of all opulence, and started to Pulahashram, which is situated in Haridwar. The Salagram Shilas are obtained there. So this is what Bharata Maharaj is doing now after enjoying so much. Interestingly, this is very important thing. See, more we say, more we stay, more we get attached. He stayed 1000 times 10,000 years. But still, he is able to retire because he lived in that conscious way. So, according to law of Daya Bhag, when one inherits an estate, he must hand it over to the next generation. Bharata Maharaj did this properly. First, he enjoyed his parental property for 1000 times 10,000 years. At the time of his retirement, he divided his property among his sons and left for Pulahashram. So, that time property. Actually, we see Priyavrat had maximum, and Priyavrat was doing maximum. He had whole Bhumandala. And then his sons, it was divided into 7. And then only one part, then we are talking about the then Ilavarta Varsha. And it has 9 parts. And then further divided into Bharata Kanda, Bharata Varsha. So Bharata Varsha is just a small tract of land below Himalayas. And in Bharata Varsha also then there are another, I think, 9 parts. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 parts. This is 9 parts. And then this is also further 9 parts. So like that all are further becoming smaller. So that means the capacity of the people that is reducing. Capacity is reducing. So then only what remained is Bharata Khanda. So here 7. So then here is Ilavrata Varsha. Then Bharata Varsha, and then Bharata Kanda. So this is how the division happened. So in that also Bharata Kanda means there are now so many planets and so many continents, and then there are further countries, and now we have just what is remaining is India, Bharat. After all the divisions within the Bharata Khanda, also all the continents and countries, and now what we have is only Bharat. So that means the capacity of the generations, they are reducing, and they are able to rule only this much. And this is from Swayambhu Manvantara. So the first Manvantara onwards, this got divided like this, and the capacity is reducing. And now the kings who are ruling now, even small tract of land also, they are not as powerful as the previous kings. And here we were discussing another important thing is Bharat Maharaj was able to leave the home. Okay, that point is anyway going to come again. So we will discuss in the renunciation part, which is always the favorite topic for discussion in Bhagavatam. This comes again and again, renunciation topic, so I'll not dwell on it. At Pulaha Ashram, the Supreme Lord Hari, out of his transcendental affection for his devotees, becomes visible to his devotees, satisfying his devotees' desires. So this is advantage in Pulaha Ashram. So it is at Gandaki river. So is actually Haridwar also. It is near Haridwar. Sorry, there also not Gandaki river. There is Ganga only. There also salagram are available, according to Sukadev Goswami. So Pulaha Ashram situated in Haridwar, salagram shilas are obtained. And here Lord is exists in different forms. Ramadi Murtishu Kala Niyamena Tishtan Nanavatarama Karod Puvaneshu Kunintu Krishna Swayam Samvavat Paramatmanyu Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So Lord is manifesting in different forms. The devotees worship all these forms according to their liking, and the Lord, out of his affection, presents himself as Acha Vigraha. He sometimes presents himself personally before the devotee out of reciprocation or affection. A devotee is always fully surrendered to the loving service of the Lord. Such is the exchange of love between Lord and his devotees. So in Pulaha Ashram in Gandaki river, Gandaki river, it is, but in Haridwar there is no Gandaki. Which is the best of the river, Salagram Shilas, the marble pebbles, purified all those places. On each and every marble pebble, up and down circles like navels are visible. Salagram is referred to pebbles that appear like stones with circles marked upon them, up and down. These are available in the river known as Gandaki. Wherever the water of this river flows, the place becomes immediately sanctified, because that is all Charanamut only. And you can directly take and worship Salagram. So one of my friend had 2,300 salagrams. Sometimes he gives for me to worship. I got opportunity to serve them, I think last month. For a few days he gave me to serve. He was traveling. So it was good experience to serve so many salagrams. 2,300. It takes almost 3 hours to give them bathing, and you have to apply oil to them and apply chandan to them, and then offering. It's a nice service. Full, you cannot do anything. 2-3 hours you have to continuously engage with them. So it was a nice experience. But so many is difficult. If you have one, or I think they say you should keep 2 as a pair or something. Some keep only 1 also. And then you nicely offer Arghya Padya Adya and Madhupaka and everything, and then apply Chandan. Whoever is second initiated, they all can keep Salagram. But only thing is, Matajis, they don't do Abhishekam for Salagram. Only Prabhuji should do. That is the standard way. I don't know why. I didn't do research on that, but Prabhuji should only touch. Matajis can do offering and Arati, but they don't touch. Touching is only by the Abhishekam part, and applying oil, chandan and everything for Salagram is done by Prabhu, second initiated. Because why second initiated? They have to chant Mula mantras for offering to the Salagram. The Bija mantra should be chanted before the Mula mantra. So Bija mantras can be chanted only if you are having the Diksha from the Guru. Because Guru is Previously we get the mantras like that only, the bija mantras from Guru, and then we chant that, and it gives very nice experience. You feel nice purity, and the standards are very high. That's why all the Vaishnavas and Brahmanas in their homes, they have the salagram, and whole house environment is only different when you have salagram at home. You feel a different vibrations, different experience, because you know directly Lord is there. You need not install also, and that's why they keep salagram at home, and they are conscious about it. If they have to travel, what they do, they take salagram and give in the temple, the nearby temple, and the pujari continues serving, and they travel and come back, and they take from the temple, or they give to another devotee who is also having salagram. So in that way they try to take care of them. So it's like same like deities, but here salagram. Sometimes you can carry also. If we are traveling more for brahmacharis and sannyasis, and if they want to worship, they carry salagram instead of deities. They keep salagram because it is easy to take care of salagram. And you have to do every day bathing to them, apply chandan and fruits and flowers and doop, deep. So it is easy, because deities means you have to carry dresses, jewelry, and then bedding and so many things. Salagram you can have small box and you can carry with you. So this is the advantage having a salagram for traveling than a deity. So these are the advantages. And many sannyasis they keep, and it is protection also, because you are always with the Lord. Wherever you are traveling, you can have salagram, and that's why we see that hi Brahmana in Chaitanya Charitamrita who comes, and Nima is eating his food, he is having Gopal, he is also having a salagram. So like that, all the Brahmanas they used to have salagram. Even Srimad Bhagavatam we see that Brahmana is offering in Prayag, is serving the salagram. So this is directly Krishna, no need of installation also. That is something very nice to have. And temple also, Prabhupada wanted all temples to have salagram, and all ISKCON temples, and he want devotees to serve, because that increases the purity whoever is serving. For them it becomes. So if you see in Mayapur and all, so related to that deity, that they keep the salagram. What is the difference between worshipping deities Radha Krishna and worship Sun, as you mentioned? Actually, in deities also very high standard, and salagram is little next level because you have to chant Moola mantras. Like say, if somebody is not initiated, if they are initiated, first initiated also, they keep Radha and Krishna. They don't chant this bija mantras. Kleem, Shleem, Him, Haim, Fat. So there are so many mantras will be there like that. So they you have to chant the Bija mantras, Moola mantras for worshipping Salavaram, compulsory. For Radha and Krishna, we just say, okay, my dear Lord, please accept this bhoga. We don't chant. If you are not second initiated, you don't chant that Bija mantras. And that's why many Gaur Nitai and Radha Krishna, they keep. But of course for Radha Krishna the standard is very high, but the mantras and all is not needed. And every day the Madhupak, Agyapadya, Achamaniyam, all these offerings we have to do separately for salagram. There is a procedure. You have to do Shodashopacharas for the salagram. Radha and Krishna only Panchopachara devotees do in their house, and then they do the deity worship. Panchopachara, they do snana, vastra, dhupa, dhipa, naivedya, and chandan. So you have to offer them dhupa, dhipa, naivedya, and pushpa and chandan, like that only. Panchopasana, 5 upacharas they do. And actually these are compulsory we should do. We have to dhupa, dhipa, naivedya you are all doing, but pushpa and chandan also is compulsory. Chandan is one of the pancha upasanas, and pancha upacharas. but Shodashopachara is 16 upacharas. In 16 upacharas, there is first you give Arghya, Padya, Achumaniya, then Madhupaka, then Snana, Vastra, Abharana, Pushpa, Dhupa, Dhipa, Naivedya, like that. So these are all like 16 upacharas they do. In that way, there is a difference in worshipping. And yeah, I told only Prabhujis should do for Salagram. Matajis can do only Aarti and offering for Salagram, like that at home. Other things they don't directly do. So I don't know why Matajis should not do for Salagram. I didn't do research on it, but Prabhuji should do like that. And yeah, Mataji will get same benefit, not a problem if Prabhuji is doing in the house, whoever is there, because Mataji's cook for them, so it's same benefit. So in our families, Matajis they cook for Salagram and they do offering. And like if somebody is always stay at home only. One person, if whole family travels, one member will be at home. He will not travel because they have to take care of Salagram. So that was the standard. For Radha Krishna, I have this. I will just send the PDF. Yeah, I'll post in the group. And I made long back a PDF on deity worship and what standards we can keep at home. I will just try to check and send. What if Mataji is only second initiative and usually does all the deity service? Is it okay or not to bathe Salagram? Actually, in Vedic standards, Matajis don't do, but they don't do many other things, but Prabhupada allowed. And like Gayatri initiation, Gayatri Mantra initiation is not for Matajis only, but Prabhupada added. So Salagram also, either Matajis can do. Vedic standard is different because you just have to assist the whoever is at home and serving, but now it is okay, I think they can do. Jagannath did is same, at least Pancha Upacharas we should do. Everybody should do Pancha Upacharas every day. Even for photos also we can do Pancha Upacharas. 5 Upacharas at least. Dhupa, Deepa, Naivedya you are anyway doing. Only Chandan you have to add extra. Then all the Upacharas are done. And properly Arghya, Padya, Achmaniya, Madhupaka, Snana, Vastra, Abharanani. So this is the thing. And for Jagannath, if they want to do Abhishek, they can do with, they can offer water in front of them, because Jagannath Abhishekam, if your colors of Jagannath deity are not permanent colors, then they will lose the color. So you don't do Abhishekam for Jagannath every day. You can wipe them with some cloth. But otherwise, or what you can do, you can offer lotus feet you give, silver feet you can offer to Jagannath, and you can do Abhishekam to the feet. That is also allowed. So many South Indian temples, what they do, Shatari will be there, they put on the head when the people, devotees come to take darshan. So they do Abhishekam for Shatari. They are the feet of the Lord. On that, if you see on the Shatari, there will be 2 lotus feet. So they do Abhishekam for the Shatari, and that's why they offer. So for Jagannath, if you want to do everyday Abhishekam, you can put silver feet, you can offer to them, or silver or whatever, according to your capacity. Gold also you can put. And then you do Abhishekam for the lotus feet. And that is also considered as what they do in Sri Vaishnava temples and other temples like that. So, and yeah, for Salagram, I think this can also now, means I cannot make that statement. I am not DT ministry, I don't know what is the standard. Of course, they also cannot tell the standard, because Prabhupada gave the Gayatri chanting is not given for Matajis only in Vedic standards. Because Prabhupada also, when he first initiated, when first time he gave the Brahmana initiation, he gave to only Prabhujis. Then Mataji were little upset. He said, okay, you also come, and next day he gave for them also. And but he said, you don't need any thread, you just chant. Because it is not allowed that not anybody can chant. Nowadays, it is some pop singers are singing and it is played around in big loudspeakers and all. Om Bhur Bhuvaswa, some Mataji sings. But it is not actually correct. Gayatri is a secret mantra. It should be chanted because the vibration of that mantra we should receive from Guru, and with the same vibration we chant, and that has an effect. So Prabhupada changed it. So when it comes to Salagram also, uh, uh, just keep Radha and Krishna, Gaurita and Jagannath Baldeswandra. If you are already from a traditional Brahmin family, then better keep Salagram because people may object. Or if Prabhujis are very Brahmanical, they can bring Salagram. Otherwise, because even if you see Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he was serving Salagram, but he wanted deity. So then Damodar Shila became Radharaman. So deity is more easy to serve, and we can serve and decorate and all this. Salagram we cannot do. But if somebody has this Brahmanical state of mind, for them they will be very happy serving Salagram. Because that, like my friend I was telling, 2300, he's like, he has deity also, he has salagrams also, yes, he's very religiously he serves, very nice, he likes it. So not everybody will be interested in like that. Of course he's not from Brahman family, but he is having Brahmanical qualities like that. So Prabhupada is writing, in the garden of Pula Ashram, Maharaj Bharata lived alone and collected a variety of flowers, twigs, and tulsi leaves. He also collected water of the Gandaki river, as well as various roots, fruits, and buds. With these, he offered food to the Supreme Lord Vasudeva and worshipped him. He remained satisfied. In this way, his heart was completely uncontaminated and did not have the least desire for material enjoyment. All material desires vanished. In this steady position, he felt full satisfaction in was situated in devotional service. Actually, Govardhan also, not devotee serve. That is much more higher standard, because Govardhan is like is in a very high level of consciousness is needed to worship Giriraj Govardhan, and the standard is also very high than Salagram also, because it's not just external activities, it's a consciousness also matters for Giriraj. And we should not take, because one devotee was asking me, he want to Govardhan Shila. So I went to Surabhi Kund, that Babajis were staying there. So I asked him, because we cannot take Giriraj, some Brajvasi should give. So I went and asked, my friend wanted Giriraj, can you give me one Giriraj? He said no. He said, Giriraj is small boy. You want to stay in Vrindavan. Why are you taking him away from Vrindavan? If your house is like Vrindavan, then only somebody should take. That means if they are taking Giriraj to their house, they should keep their house as Vrindavan. Means that level of consciousness is needed in the house. Whole consciousness should be for Giriraj only. The whole house should be Giriraj conscious and Vrindavan conscious. At least they should work in that direction very seriously. Then you can take Giriraj, because that's why in temples they keep Giriraj, because in temple it's whole Vrindavan only. The houses should also be Vrindavan. They should not have television playing or some other music or some other events happening. No, full time it should be like temple. Then you can keep Giriraj. Otherwise, no, not allowed. Even more higher standard than Salagram also. Yeah, Govardhan photo is good. You can always keep. So Govardhan photo, we get worship, that is good. Actually, we all want Nija Nikata Nivasam Dehi Govardhanam Tava. So we all want to stay at Govardhan only. At the end of life, what is the highest perfection is Radha Kunda. And where is Radha Kunda? In the foothills of Govardhan only. So we all, Raghunath Das Goswami is actually our Prayojana Acharya. He is telling us what we have to do. Ultimately, we have to go and stay at Govardhan. What Prabhupada want to do, the last thing you want to do, Govardhan Parikrama. So if you see like that, Sanatan Goswami every day is doing Govardhan Parikrama. So ultimately, we all want to go to Govardhan only. But for that, it is not just a geographical location, it's a consciousness. So we all want to go and be with Govardhan, and it's a very most happiest thing in our life to be with Govardhan. And if you see that of all the personalities in Vrindavan, Govardhan is most merciful, and any desire you have, he will fulfill. So better to ask on Govardhan only, anything we have. Even any small things also. Actually, this is the formula we can start. Like even small things also we start asking Govardhan, then we become Govardhan conscious. That is how we should develop. Because okay, even my stomach is not cleared, you can ask Govardhan only. So in that way, what happens now? We always are thinking of Govardhan in any prakarena, in whatever way. No? It may look very no silly, but not a problem. So because we want to be conscious of Govardhan for everything. That's why, because at the end of life, we all want to reach Govardhan only. So there is no best other than that in the three words. That's what Rupa Goswami is writing in Nectar of Instruction. Ultimately, where you want to go, of all the places, Mathura is the best of all the dhams, and in Mathura also the 12 forests. In that also Govardhan, at that also Radhakund. So that's the important place. But we should not immaturely go and stay there, and then Prabhupada says there are already so many monkeys there in Radhakund. We should not become like them, because consciousness is still, actually this is important. See, we are having some attraction and attachment to Maya in terms of family, children, property, name, fame. These are all attraction we have for the Maya. So if you have attraction for Maya, how can we get attracted to Vrindavan? So Vishaya Chadiya Khabe Shuddha Ho Bemana Kabe Ha Mahira Bo Sri Vrindavana. So Vishaya Chadiya Kabe. As long as I have attraction for my property, my house, wife, children, husband, where is the question of getting attracted to Vrindavan? Kabe hame harabo Sri Vrindavan. So it is not possible, both. So slowly this should go away, and then real Vrindavan we can experience. So the attachment will not go. Like yesterday I was meeting one devotee. He lost his wife. Of course, he is serving full time in temple. He was a very nice devotee. So he was telling that it is not possible to get out of attachment so easily. So for him, Krishna arranged. He took away. He's not old. He's young only. Not young means middle age. But Krishna arranged for him. But not everybody will be fortunate like that. And that arrangement Krishna may not do. We have to make our own arrangement. That means internally we should get detached. So then everything will go away, and then you are full time. So that is actually a very good state too, because ultimately we just have to focus on Krishna without any distraction. So family, children, this, that, it's a distraction. Why Bharatmar has to all the way go to Kulahashram, leaving his family, children, wife, and opulent kingdom and all? Because you want to focus, because that is the purpose of life. Material enjoyment is there, but after some time we just have to know that it is Maya I am enjoying. If we are not knowing I am enjoying Maya, we continue to remain in Maya. Why I have to enjoy Maya? How long I will enjoy Maya? How many lifetimes I will enjoy Maya? all this family home. Prabhuji, can we practice at home? Yeah, you can practice at home, but you are attached to Maya. You have to give up that Maya. So, uh, uh, mobile is Maya, my TV is Maya, my car is Maya, my house is Maya. We should very clearly know that. Oh, Prabhu, I am engaged in Krishna service, but still you want to identify with that object, that itself is Maya. The ego is so strongly holding on to the objects of Maya, and then that's why, because for women, why they should not renounce and go to the forest and all, because for them to give up that affection is very difficult. But when they develop affection for Krishna, they can continue serving. They need that security. So that's why for them advantage is also there, because they can develop the same emotions for Krishna and with staying at home they can perfect. They can get an absorption. For men it is not possible. They have to very seriously practice detachment. So anyway, that is based on psychology. But the point is that absorption in Krishna is compulsory for men and women. So, and in that way they will perfect their life. So here Bharat Maharaj was also doing the same thing. He did not have the least desire for material enjoyment. So we are eating food. We say, Prabhuji, I am enjoying prasadam, but it is Maya only if you are enjoying. You have to serve prasadam. We can enjoy, but we should be conscious that, okay, I will enjoy as a prasadam of Krishna. Then it will not have that effect. Otherwise, Maya is so attractive. It will not leave us so easily. Krishna is telling, Mama Maya Duratya. It is so attractive, and grossly it is attractive, and after that the settle level also it attracts. Puja la pratishtha. It is much more better, and big yogis and all going to Himalayas, living all material pleasures, and they are trapped by siddhis. They are also getting attracted to the siddhis. So it's not easy thing to fight with Maya. It's a everyday conscious effort to come closer to Krishna. Like what happened is, one devotee, he became a devotee. He was sharing his story. Uh, he was he is an artist. He's singer, no, sports player, something. Yeah. So one day he was going in the night, and somebody stabbed him, and then he was rushed to the hospital. And in the hospital, the doctors, it was late in the night. Doctor said, "Oh, so much blood is already lost. That means this fellow is very less chances that he will survive." And but they said, "Okay, we'll try something." So they were trying to operate, and no. And that time he saw that his soul came out of the body, and it was in the corner of the ceiling of the room. And he is looking. All the doctors are working on him, nurses and everybody is working on him, and he's looking at himself. And then he started going up. He crossed the planets. He started crossing all the galaxies, and then he went something far beyond the universe, and he saw a four-armed form of the Lord. And then he looked at the Lord and he understood, now I am dead. And then Lord asked, what do you want? Then he thought back, and he was feeling very sad that he is going to leave everything. Then he told, he was a sports player and he never worshipped Lord, he never believed in Lord. He said, I never did anything good in my life. I want one more chance, I want to do something good. Lord said, okay, go back. So again he came all the way. And then Lord was telling to him, okay, enter the body. So now they are all trying to get the pulse and everything. They thought this fellow's heart is not working. Something they were figuring out. He felt that he's dead, right? Because the soul is not there. So doctors are working on his body. And he tried to enter into his body. But he fell, he went through the body, through the bed, and he fell on the floor. And he looked, he's below the bed, he's not in the body. Again he came up. Lord said, try again. And second time when he tried, then he felt that he entered into a very swamp, dirty, and very into a very dark, swamp, dirty area, he is entering into it, and then he enter into the body. So the important part is when he is going into the body, it is it is like entering into a very dirty place. So this is actually where our soul is now. Where it inside is pus, mucus, blood, urine, stool, all these things are stuck in, and inside that the soul is stuck. And we are thinking, oh, such a nice thing, I'm enjoying. Arre, what you are enjoying, we are suffering. We are caught up in a very dirty place. And then the pulse came, and then he woke up and immediately searched for devotees, and he became a devotee, is initiated. No, so the point is that, and what type of body we are getting, that means uh, such a very unfortunate situation we are. And we are trying to enjoy with this body all these material pleasures which are around, and looking at this world and trying to figure out what all ways we can enjoy. And unfortunately many of us have realization, array, there is no much enjoyment here, but we don't have determination to come out of it also. Even going through all the sufferings, pains, the determination to get out of this maya does not come so easily. That is the tragedy. Because we are in here in ashram and all, we don't have much experience with family life. But people who are in family, after middle ages, like all my classmates and all, I see them, and they tell, "Arey, you are fortunate." So that means even they are not devotees; they are karmis. When they see me, immediately they relate. They say, "You are fortunate." They are telling that you are fortunate. They are also understanding that nothing is there to achieve here. It's all useless. But still they don't know that they have alternative, and they have to take it because they don't have sukriti. They don't have the determination to come out. So that is the problem. They are trying to figure out. They are trying to figure out, seeing others successful, others pleasures and all, and they try to work out, okay, maybe we can also try that way, we can also try in this way. And they get attached to some petty things and hold on to it, because ego needs something to hold, and they are holding on to their house, career, and now they are focusing on their children's career. Once their career is over, somehow I have to settle my son, somehow I have to settle my daughter. And this is actually false ego, holding on to material pleasures. And then they derive some pride. Oh, my son is like this, my daughter is like this, and then my granddaughter is like this afterwards. Son and daughter are settled. I have my one of the relatives. They don't know English, so I can tell they will never hear my lectures. So they now children are settled. Now she is settling the grandchildren, and grandchildren got married, and they also have children. And she is still working on the projects on settling their grandchildren. She has 4 children, and now she is working on the settlement of the 4 children's children. So the ego is so actively engaged, and identifying, and then start working on it. Arey, wow, whose children are they? Nothing belongs to you, but you are still holding on to it. That's all complete false ego. And it's all how deeply we are caught up in this, and it's so difficult to come out. I see one thing is, like, without attachment you cannot serve, and if you are attached you can come out, you cannot come out. This is such a complicated. Say, like, now I'll give, say, I'm not just some observation. I don't know. Like, say, now the child is born. For the father, if he is not attached to the child, he will not be able to serve him, because the money he's earning, he's working hard, toiling day and night, and then once the money comes, he has to think of taking care of purchasing good things to the son, his education, his dress. If he is not attached, why he will spend all the hard-earned money to him? He will enjoy himself. He say, I can be happy, on my things. Why I need to spend? So Krishna, the material nature creates, the ego creates that attachment, and he starts working for the family. And because that is difficult also, if that attachment is not there, he will just like animals, he will beget the children, throw them on the street, and then move on. Why you need all this? You just enjoyed, and some byproduct came, No, the material nature is such designed in such a way they give the false ego because it came through you, it is yours. And we really start taking it seriously and start working on it. And then we try to, that's how everybody is caught. As soon as something comes from us, except for when we clear our stomach, anything that comes from us, we are attached to it. But Bharata Maharaj, it will come further. For him, he understood. Are, if something comes from us, it is not, no need to be attached to it. Malavad, he just left it. So, if you are attached and you did so much for the daughter and son, and then once you have to leave them and go, it is really painful. Or nowadays, no need to leave them; they only leave and go. They break the heart before they get renunciation. Children are giving nice renunciations to parents now. So previously, children used to be very obedient and take care of old parents. Now hardly people care. They are in their own country, different places they travel and stay, because then that causes one detachment. But still, people are the ego does not leave. They want some other alternative, and that is where the guru factor comes. Why guru is so important in life? He will help us to cut this attachment. There is no other person who can help. Why we have to be so much indebted to guru, so much we have to take shelter of guru is because of this reason only, because he can help us to cut. So when we hear from guru na, these attachments get cut, and he is the one who is awakening us. Get up, jeev jago, Gora Chand bole. He is helping us. So every day hearing from guru this message of Bhagavatam will help us to wake up. Who will help us to wake up? Nobody helps us. Only Guru is helping. So we should be so grateful. All the people are helping us to sleep in this world more and more. They want us to become more and more attached to it. Arey, you are very successful. You had 2 houses. Now you have made 10 houses. You are doing this. You are doing this. All people are appreciating our material achievements only. All the people around. So they are helping us to get into Maya more and more. Only one person who is not impressed with our material things is Guru. He is impressed with our spiritual achievements. How much detachment we are getting, how much taste we are getting for. So that is where the Guru factor comes. And hearing from him, hearing Bhagavatam, holy name, Guru, Bhagavatam, because Guru helps us to have a consciousness in chanting, in understanding Bhagavatam. There is nobody who can save us from such a deep Maya, such a great false ego. So when we start identifying with Guru, the ego for material things reduces, and ego for that connection will come. So he's so merciful because he has realized it. He has given up the enjoyment for material nature. Immediately he is getting the higher taste. So he want to share to us. So he is telling us, Are you also give up because I gave up. I am experiencing this bliss. So you also give up, you will also experience that bliss. So that's what Guru is trying to help us. So here, and Bhagavatam is also telling the same thing. So in this way, his heart was completely uncontaminated. So Prabhupada is telling everyone is searching for peace of mind. This is obtainable only when one is completely free from desires for material sense gratification. You see, we'll be completely peaceful as soon as we want peace of mind, and this is not in how much we are acquiring. Or say, Prabhuji, when all the problems are solved, now we'll be very peaceful. No, that is not the formula to be peaceful. Peaceful is not when problems are solved. Peace is when obtained only when one is completely free from desire for material sense gratification and engaged in devotional service of the Lord. You see, this is what is the formula for peace. People want peace. Bhoktaram yajnatapasan. That's what Krishna is telling. I am the enjoyer. You give up your enjoyment, you will be peaceful. Such a simple thing. How much struggle we are doing to get peace. Everything we have to settle. We have to settle. Every day there is a fight. If not fight, something will be there at home. And sometimes it looks peaceful, but there is a struggle to go to office, settle this, settle that, pay the EMI, mortgage, this, that, so many things. And we want peace. And yeah, Krishna is telling all the best. Don't work like that. This is the way to Bhoktara. You give up your enjoyment, you know, I'll give all the enjoyment to me, and desires you give up, finish. You are very peaceful. And Krishna is telling, Patram Pushpam Phalam Tam Yomai Bhaktaya. Worship, give all this to me. Worship of Lord is not at all expensive. One can offer the Lord a leaf, a flower, a fruit, and some water. The Supreme Lord accepts this offering when they are offered with love and devotion. In this way, one can become free from material desires. As long as one maintains material desires, he cannot be happy. As soon as one engages in devotional service, his mind is purified of all material desires, then one becomes fully satisfied. सवै पुंसां परो धर्मो यतो भक्तिरदोक्षज हेतुकी अप्रतित ये आत्मा सुप्रसिद्धि वासुदेवे भगवती भक्ति योग प्रयोजितः जनयत्यासु वैराग्यम ज्ञानम च दहितकम. These are the instructions given in Bhagavatam, the supreme Vedic literature. One may not be able to go to Pulaha ashram, but wherever one is, one can happily render devotional service to the Lord by adopting the process mentioned above. So Prabhuji is having a Bhagavatam class, so you can attend that. So any questions, comments? We'll end here otherwise. Yeah, remembering. Okay. Okay. Yes, Srinivas Prasad will take.
Hare Krishna and Ram Prabhuji. Last time, I think I had asked this question that when our family members they want to say something, so we need to hear also. So today you are mentioning that just by hearing the about anybody can bind us. So how to balance that?
Yeah, see, it is the binding is not because of what we are doing. Binding is because of what we are identifying. You are
Mm-hmm.
identifying a servant of Guru and doing, you will never get bind. Because we don't identify with Guru, we identify with everything other than we only identify with Guru because we got a special name and we should be connected to some group of devotees who are all connected to my Guru. That identification is very superficial. It should be more in internal identification. I want to please him, I want to serve him. So that type of identification is actually what we all need. So then whatever you are doing will not have any problem. So Prabhupada went to America, such a dangerous place with all high level of Maya. But it's all, he just went because his guru wanted. So nothing happened. So it's like that. So
So,
it's what you are doing, even Arjuna is killing, it does not affect him because he is doing, because identity is different.
Mhm. So basically having the higher consciousness and the higher purpose.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. Yes. Thank you, Prabhu. Thanks.
Thank you. Prema Latika Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Danda.
Thank you for a very informative and very important class. Prabhuji, I just wanted to ask you that while serving deities for years, sometimes there is a danger that it may become ritualistic. Every day we offer obeisances to Guru, then we pray to the deities that give me proper consciousness, that I serve with wholeheartedly. But after some days, it looks superficial, that it is not coming from within. So, how to avoid that, Prabhuji?
Yeah, very important point you asked actually. That is true, it happens. So that is the reason we have to hear every day. When we are hearing, we become conscious. If you don't hear, Prabhupada writes, the salagram becomes galagraha. So it becomes a headache. Arey, why my guru gave this salagram to serve? And now it is becoming a galagraha. Galagram is like, it is like some obstacles in your neck because you are not able to take care of it. Why? Because consciousness is down. But when we hear every day, then when I am serving, immediately it makes a difference. We start feeling the presence, and they also reciprocate because they are person. So more you deal as a person, the more they reciprocate as person, and then you will become more and more happy dealing with them, because they are a person. Like if you are dealing with your child, and child always reciprocates. He also is exchange will be there, mother and child. So similarly with Lord and devotee also exchange can be there. If you are dealing with as a person, then it will not be mechanical. So many devotees now they directly talk. So, Lord, okay, today we'll give this to you, we'll give this to you. So they are directly dealing as a person, as talking to them. So they become conscious of him. So it never becomes mechanical. That's why talking to deity. In Dwapar Yuga, people used to talk, and Lord also used to talk. But now we can talk, but Lord will not talk. No problem. Still, you can talk to the Lord, and then it will not become mechanical. Okay, Lord, today it was a tough day, it is a good day. You start sharing with the Lord what happened to you day. It's a difficult thing. Heart does not so much easily revibrate, but still we have to try for that. So in that way, we will start becoming closer to Lord, and we start feeling the reciprocation. That is very important. Feeling the reciprocation. Yes. Okay. You're right. Yes, Mataji. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Thank you all very much. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्रील प्रभु